Hello, viewers. Happy New Year. I decided last minute, very last minute, I actually just took a break from editing the video you're about to see to kind of look back at the strange train wreck and very opinionated year that we call 2020. So, before we do a video called The Best of 2020, I decided let's just get all the references of COVID out of the way. So, let's do that, and then on to the good parts. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez, and you didn't think I was going to do the whole episode like this, did you? I'm at home, for crying out loud. I mean, look at this. We literally have 2 cases of corona in this house. I know we all remember handshakes. I mean, wasn't that long ago. It was like a good 5 months ago. You know, even I know that you gotta live in the moment, but if it's relevant to the topic, I guess it's fair game, you know, like the 5-second rule. And, by the way, unrelated, have you seen the spike in COVID cases? It's just ridiculous. Anyway, due to COVID-19, yeah, that still exists, it's still a thing. Depressing, ain't it? Black Friday has been changed, and it's like no more crowds, no more fights, no more teachers' dirty looks, however the rhyme goes. And, you know, a certain something is still here overstaying its welcome, but I'm going to try to go the rest of the year without making jokes or nods to or references to Donald Trump, because we gotta think about the future due to COVID. And now I'm in a full-time position, which is pretty a-okay. Not gonna lie. Except for my 6th day, because, you know, this happened. Yep, that's Tuesday's soup for you. I think it was tortilla. Just look at my clothes. Yeah, about that, you know, I just spent like 4 hours cleaning that van up. Here's I don't have an exact picture, but here's what it looked like. Possibilities. Take this for instance. When the Super Bowl halftime show this year came around, it was J-Lo and Shakira, and it received some mixed reviews. Some people liked it, some people didn't. And I'll be honest, it gave me flashbacks of the Christmas party, not gonna lie. But you gotta admit, it was way better than Maroon 5. I mean, even SpongeBob couldn't save that. Speaking of SpongeBob, anyone else just picture this? Now I can sleep easy knowing that I made a meme. Because here's the thing, the sensible thing would be putting some cups at the kiosk. But no. Because that puts the company at risk for petty theft. And aren't you already falling victim of petty theft all the time? Because, you know, I'm standing behind people ordering. And then I hear, okay, the combo meal, you want a drink with that? No, I don't want a drink with that. But I will take a cup for water. And so they go to the fountain. But, you know, this water that they speak of looks slightly tinted and it's sparkling. So my question is, are they caught red-handed, or do they get off easy, mellow yellow? And doctors, you know, doctors get all the soap operas. You know, they get the hype. But what about mechanics? You know, mechanics are like doctors. Why can't they get their own soap opera? And it's like, there's no easy way to say this, but your Toyota, Yes? I'm so sorry, but your Toyota is in critical condition. Gotta love those dramatic pauses, by the way. Yep, he's in a service-induced Tacoma. So the Friends theme said it best. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, like it hasn't been your day, week, month, or even your year. So I guess what I'm trying to say is everybody has a bad day. I mean, just look at Will Smith. Last year he was blue. And this year he's trying to figure out what the word entanglement means. Now isn't it strange, ladies and gentlemen, when you're just like trying to sleep at night and by the time that you actually start dreaming, like it's kind of pointless? I mean, it feels like a Seinfeld episode at this point. You know, it was a dream about nothing. And did it really conclude? Did it really go anywhere? Was there a beginning, middle, and end? I don't know. But here's the fluke of a visual I had the other night. Like, all I saw was I was at the store with a shopping list, and they were out of jasmine rice. That's a pretty simple story. Like, kind of a waste of 8 hours, but it really should have ended with this. Okay, how about this? You ever get roped into a conversation with no real importance, but you fell for it because they said, it's important? Yeah, I fell for this the other night. My brother's trying to tell me that Yoda from Star Wars has a last name. Now, I tell him, if it's not confirmed, I don't care. And he says, his last name is... Oh, you're just going to tell me anyway. His last name is Lehihu. I'm just disappointed that it took me so long to get it. You see, I know how it is, you know. All of us check our phones on the daily. Most of us mindlessly check social media, just walking around, don't care what we bump into. Our posture like this, you know, and then one chiropractor bill later, our spines could possibly still be saved. We won't be hunchbacks. Good. Our chances are slim for that. But if I can suggest one thing, to just, you know, look up every once in a while. I know, just like the next guy, I don't remember the last time I gave eye contact since before I got my first phone. But you don't want to run into traffic or trip on something or, you know, fall off the Grand Canyon now, do you? And I say this with complete care for the safety of the incompetent. And, you know, I'm not just a spokesperson. I'm also the president. But how interesting would it be if you could do real life in multiple takes? Yeah, I mean, has something ever happened in your life that didn't go well and you always just play it back in your head and wonder how it could have played out differently? I mean, imagine a director is there just to yell action and cut. So you could try things over again. It keeps resetting until the take is perfect. Like asking a girl out on a date, for example. Let's see, we got Chip and Margaret. Chip is about to ask Margaret to the homecoming dance, in which Margaret declines. So the director yells cut, and he's like, Margaret, what are you doing? Your line was, I'd love to. And then Margaret's like, I feel like my character would have said no. Okay, just read it how it's written. Like, we're losing our light here. What's my motivation? A paycheck, now action. We also got to remember that relevance does not last forever, even though it seems like it goes on forever. But I tell you, the moment that BTS took the #1 spot from WAP with Dynamite, Certified Freak 7 days a week can have more of an innocent meaning now. Like, we could be talking about the cast of The Greatest Showman for all we know, you know, circus performers full time. It's a living. You know, how about this? I mean, if you're like me, you tend to join the bandwagon very late. Like, it took me a year to listen to Despacito when that was all over the place. But it feels like one moment, Old Town Road is on repeat. And then the next moment, you're like, Rob, didn't you hear? Where have you been? It's all about the macaroni in the pot now. I'm ashamed. Alright, yeah, that was a piece of every monologue from every episode shot this year. Like, you could really see the difference from when there was no pandemic versus when the pandemic was really bad and everything was closed. And then when everything got better, just based on a dullness scale. That is your host, Rob Rodriguez. We've got a lot more to cover, so that being said, I'm gonna need a minute.
Sincerely yours, Breakfast Club.
Well, we have a lot of show to fill, so that being said, I'm gonna need a minute. You know, I've been ghosted so much that I sometimes wish they would come back as zombies, pick up my brain a little. How was your day? Oh, I just signed up for some new health insurance. It cost me an arm and a leg. Oh, remember those commercials for Dairy Queen from the early 2000s? Yeah, it was just a pair of lips. And just looking at that, I couldn't help but think of the Rolling Stones. Like, by the way, we just sell you ice cream. We do not in any way wish to not give you satisfaction. When I was a junior in high school, I took Drama 1. And, it's very hard to fit in, being the comedian and all with the theater kids. Like, just imagine me trying to fit in a conversation. So, what did you do this weekend? Oh, I watched Grease. Oh, cool. How about you? I watched Hairspray. Okay, Robert, what about you? I watched paint dry. I could actually get into the Gilmore Girls. That's not a joke. I just thought I could bring that up. Okay, so let's see what you got. Oh, not on your phone. Okay. Use my phone. Fine. See this? This jerk leaves me with an iPhone 6. What is that? Okay. Well, the first thing I'm seeing is all these pictures are doctored. Are they? Yes, they're photoshopped. They're fake. Because you don't travel, you don't have a lifestyle, you haven't met any of these celebrities. Like, no one's gonna believe you did any of these. Like, look, there's you and Jeff Dunham. Like, his puppets are too nice for, like, some weird hand puppet that looks like some guy from suburbia Florida. Okay, one, no one calls it that. And two, look, this is going to save you because we're about to pop up a picture of me and Greta Thunberg. Okay, you're going to use Greta for views for this show? We don't believe in that. Just play along, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Rod, I don't know why in the world anyone would want to follow this, but where can they find you? Oh, that's easy. My Instagram handle is Rod Robertson is no dummy. Check it out. Why are there so many underscores? Hey, viewer. I'm so glad we can be together again today. I brought something to show you. Do you know what this is? It's a party hat. Most people, even though I don't know why they would in their right minds, but most people will wear something like this to celebrate something. And it's nice to celebrate, especially in times that we call 2020. But we can always find something to celebrate. Sometimes, even the small things. When I accomplish something, I celebrate by zipping up my jacket multiple times in glee. Oh, hey viewer. Have you ever had something special that you enjoy doing every year? And it makes you feel good when you get to It's something you look forward to every year, isn't it, viewer? But because of a pandemic, you had to put a fork in your plans, didn't you? You had to cancel your trips, and you couldn't do anything fun this year. It makes you feel mad, doesn't it? Sad even. But we can always cheer ourselves up by saying there's always next year. And as Annie says, there's always tomorrow. But that's what brings us to our word of the day. Disappointment. Procrastination. Do you know somebody who procrastinates? I bet you do. And 2020 has been full of procrastination, hasn't it? But bored or not, zipping up your jacket is always a good time. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're rolling. Okay. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Nailed it. Alright, so I know the show is not G-rated, so let's just move on from that. PG, okay? That's a pretty good spot, TV PG. But sometimes our topics are a little more grown-up oriented, so... Okay, TV 14. We're definitely out of the COPA circle with that one. But just for the sake of this example, let's see the other one, the other rating.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, with this one, I could basically have all the freedom in the world and do whatever the I want. But realistically, if we're just like, generally speaking, this show is a solid TV PG. At best. There's a word for people like you. It's, what is it? Crazy, hazy, that Nick Jr. show Maisie. Okay, I'm not lazy, okay? Lazy, that's the word. We are gonna have probably an okay season. Yeah, I don't think I'm oh wait, yeah. Let's address the elephant in the room. 2 months ago, I did this to myself. You know, really, I don't have a straight answer for why I did that. But you know, it's not like I shot a reenactment or anything.
Just did a bad thing. I regret the thing I did. And you're wondering what it is. I'll tell you what I did. I did a bad.
TikTok. You can't live without it. You can't not be addicted to it. Until next time, remember that life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Right? That was the line. We went through this outro pretty well, right? Remember that all work and no play makes Rob a dull boy. So glad I didn't say that. Okay, thank you. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Well, I'm so glad this is over. Yeah, both this video and this train wreck of a year. But we will be back with new episodes in January, so that's something to look forward to. I'm definitely going to be writing a lot. Well, Happy New Year. Goodbye 2020. Hello 2021. Thank you. Bye.